Good morning, everyone. I have an appointment. Well, I had an appointment about 10 minutes ago that I should have been at for physical therapy. But this car is still leaking water. We changed the heater coil and it's still leaking. I think it may be a leak that is in like the plastic container that contains like the coolant. So wherever you like put your coolant in, there's like a little plastic container at the top. So I checked it the other day when it first started leaking and it was full, but then like 3 days ago it was empty, and that's whenever it really started like pouring out whenever I made turns. So I think there's a crack in that like that container, just a plastic piece that's kind of like sticking out in the back of the motor. The reservoir is what it would be called. I don't know, but I left for my appointment. I was actually already running late, but I got like maybe 5 minutes down the road and the car started making a noise, and I noticed that the gauge for the that registers if your vehicle is like cold or hot, it was going up, and it has never gone like past the center line, and it was well over that. So I turned around, and of course as soon as I turned around it went back down, but I'm pretty sure it has no water in that reservoir, so there's not enough water in the vehicle. So now I have to wait for the vehicle to completely cool off in order to add more water to it. I did call and reschedule with them, and I have to be there at 2:30 today. So this will be my 9th appointment, I believe. I have 4 more appointments to go. They approved me for 12 sessions of physical therapy, and last Thursday made my 8th appointment. They are doing A-stem. A-stem is where they take a plastic tool and scrape it down the back of your calf, then down your ankles. They really like scrape my ankles, like it hurts so bad, and then they scrape the bottom of my heel. When the doctor is doing that, it doesn't hurt too bad on the bottom of my heel, but the rest of the whole process hurts really bad. But then like there is another physical therapist who does it with his hands, so he'll do that like for 3 visits, and then like the 4th visit the doctor will use the tools. But whenever this man uses his hands, he can feel where the bone spur is in my heel, and he really digs in, and it hurts really bad. So last Thursday was pretty bad because he found where some knots were on the back of my calf, and he really worked them in, and then digging in where my heel spur is hurts really bad. And they tell me the whole time, we're not trying to hurt you, just calm down, take a deep breath, blah blah. That really doesn't help at all. It is just so painful, and I've always had like really sensitive legs, like to touch, so it hurts really bad. I spoke with my insurance, and then I spoke with the insurance from the vehicle. If you haven't watched my other vehicles, my husband was in an accident. There's a truck right there. So a lady was driving on a side street, and she was crossing over the highway, and she had a stop sign and my husband did not. Where he was driving at is a straightaway, which means he had no stop signs, no yields, no traffic lights. It was a straightaway. He had the right, he was going straight, he was not supposed to stop at all. So this lady says that she stopped at a stop sign, and she hit his back rear passenger wheel, and his speed limit where he was about 50. It was 50. That's what he was going. And I'm not sure how fast she was going, but she was going fast enough to do that much damage. So I I did get the police report back. The police report says that she made a partial stop at the stop sign, which means that she didn't stop. It says that she was not attentive, distracted, and negligent. That is what the police report said. So I am just waiting on her insurance company to contact me. I will probably call them back soon because I haven't heard back from them, and it's been a while. So, yeah, so we don't know what's going to happen. We don't want to get an attorney. We want to just see what this insurance company does or says and then make a decision from there. But the truck is totaled. The police report did put her at fault, which is good because she was at fault. It does say on the police report that she said that she made a complete stop and that he must have been speeding because she made a complete stop, and then all of a sudden he was there out of nowhere, and that doesn't happen when you're driving, especially like in this particular spot. He came over a bridge, over the Mississippi River Bridge, and that is a pretty big bridge, and then he had a very long space of straightaway where she should have seen him fully. It's not like a real close, tight area where, he could have suddenly appeared. This is a long stretch of road, several miles, where he would have been in full view if she would have been paying attention. So we're just waiting for, I guess, their insurance to review everything. I had to give them the police report number, our policy number, everything. So I don't know what they're waiting for. Maybe they're just like trying to come up with a decision to offer us something. But it is just going to be a process because we have to wait for them to make a decision on everything. But that is all that we have going on right now, really. Other than this vehicle running hot, my other vehicle that I just got is in the mechanic, with mechanic. We went and pulled some parts at a pull-apart, where they have like vehicles where you just go and you take pieces off. They actually didn't fit that vehicle. It was a different year, and we were hoping that it was going to fit, but it didn't. So my husband got more pieces from a auto parts store, and those also didn't fit, so they sold him the wrong pieces. So the mechanic is going to try to get it fixed today. Once it is fixed, I will probably no longer be using this vehicle. The other vehicle is bigger and better, and it has air conditioner. This vehicle does not have air conditioner. It used to have air conditioner, but I think the condenser went out in this vehicle. So it is very hot here in Louisiana. This vehicle will be fixed and then sent to my niece, and she will enjoy it, be able to get back and forth to work. And that is what the plan is. The other vehicle that I just got, it has some issues with the suspension. So the tires aren't like really stable. It shakes really bad in the front end. When I first drove it from the place where we bought it from to home, it wasn't really an issue. But then I drove it again, probably about 40 minutes from here. I drove it at probably a good hour the first time when we first bought it, and it was not an issue. And then the second time I drove it, about 40 minutes, it was a little shaky, and that's when I noticed that there was really a problem. So my husband picked it up and noticed that it needed several pieces underneath that connect to the tires. I think one is the CV joint axle, and then the other one is the control arm. And there was a few other things, and the mechanic has looked further into it and said that there's other things that is wrong with it. So he will go ahead and get that taken care of. He may have to order some pieces, but that is a person who changed out my transmission in this car not long ago, and he knows what he's doing. He has like a whole mechanic shop, and very professional. And it is a bonus that he is one of the very good friends of my husband. So they spent most of, I believe it was Sunday, out there. No, it was Monday. They spent a good bit of Monday working on this vehicle. I actually had to go and pick him up from town, right next to where the accident had happened in that truck. There is a gas station that is right on the side of the river, but it's like 25 minutes from me, so I had to go and get him and then bring him back home. And he has vehicles that he's using to work in. It was just my car. So we are just waiting and waiting, but all my animals are good. I'm still having some issues. I have a predator eating some of my baby bunnies as soon as they're born. It's coming every night. I'm pretty sure it's a rat, so the holes in my cages aren't like small holes, so these rats are getting in there and eating the baby bunnies, and it has been causing an issue. So I have been bringing their boxes inside at night, which is called shelving. Shelving is when you take their babies inside. Generally, when someone is shelving a baby, they're taking them during the day when it's really hot. So mama nurses in the morning, and then mama nurses in the evening, before the sun goes down. And baby rabbits aren't fed at any other time. So most of the time when people are shelving their rabbits, they are bringing them inside in the morning and then bringing them back when the sun starts going down, and that way they're outside with mom throughout the whole night. And that's when mom is most active. Rabbits are very active during the night. But I'm having to do the opposite, because as soon as the sun goes down, whatever it is, I believe it's a rat, is getting in there and eating a baby. Every night it eats one baby. I have Joe, a rabbit that I was having trouble getting bred. I got it from my friend because he was having trouble getting her bred. She finally got pregnant. She had 4 babies, and they're all gone. So she has been rebred, and I'm praying that she takes again, because she's gorgeous and she had like chocolate colored babies, because she is a chocolate magpie, and my buck is a chocolate because it's all chocolate. So I have a doe who had 7 babies. I took a video of them, beautiful little babies, and I noticed that they hadn't been fed yet because they were just born, so I wanted to wait for her to feed them. So about 2 hours later, I sent my daughter back there to get them, not thinking there was anything wrong, and something had already eaten one of them. So, yeah. A little late on that, so she still has 6 left. She had 7, but she's got 6 left, and it's very upsetting. I had another rabbit have 5 babies last night, like literally like just born, and I had to take them from the mama and bring them inside, and this is her first time having babies, so I'm praying that she feeds them and doesn't kill them, because they were in a box with another rabbit. With the other babies, I just put them all together in the house, because I can't have multiple nesting boxes on my dresser because I just wouldn't have room. So, enough of me rambling on. I pray that y'all have a great day. I thank you for watching this video. We will have lots and lots of baby ducks born here soon, so I'm very excited. I have a mama with 1 baby. She had 3, but 2 of them didn't make it. This is her first time being a mama, so she's not too good at it. But I have her in a cage where she can't get too far. And then I have 2 more mamas that are going to have babies very, very soon. So y'all look forward to that. Thanks for watching. Bye.